doctor, lawyer, chef. And I'm like, see, like it's on the list. I get a dishwashing job at 14, and this is it.
I'm just going to start off. What's your name? What position are you? Where are you located at?
Currently, my name is Stampian, and I am currently the sous chef at Hollywood Casino in Joliet, Illinois.
Okay, Hollywood Casino. And what's your position there again? Sorry about that.
No, I am the sous chef there. I demoted my.
Oh, you're the sous chef there.
I demoted myself from executive chef of a country club to the sous chef position. I am enjoying the hell out of it.
Really? Yeah. What made you want to do that? Just get out of that routine, or tired of telling people what to do?
Yeah, being the executive chef at a country club is a big ordeal. Really? Everybody says that country clubs are places where chefs go to die, go to retire, and stuff like that. And every year in the wintertime, out here in Illinois, as soon as the snow hits the ground, the course is closed. So November 15th, every year they close the course. And then every March had to reapply for the job,
Okay.
Yeah, the courses
really?
out here went from government run, free money. We could spend as much as we want, and then they started outsourcing the kitchen. So first year I was there, I was under the government, under the park district, and then next year it was another gentleman. Next 2 years it was another gentleman, so I had to reapply for my job. Then he left, and then another guy came through, had to reapply for my job. So every winter I was, jobless basically after November 15th. So I would, work at a pizzeria delivering pizzas, or a bar like Prohibition, and work till 2:00 in the morning, cooking bar food. And then March comes along, reapply for my job again. So,
oh God, that doesn't sound good at all.
That was not good. I even did a private country club, where it was members only, and they were closed every Monday. But I would get a call, hey, this one member wants to come in with his family and eat. You have to come in and open up the kitchen. I'd have to open up a whole kitchen just for one guy and his wife and 2 kids, and it was just like, no.
Yeah, it's like, it almost feels like you're doing a favor at that point, and I'm not really in the business of doing favors.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can't tell me on my day off.
It is.
That's brutal.
Was.
So now you're at the casino. How's that? I've never really talked to anybody that worked at a casino. Is there lots of restaurants in there? Is there one big restaurant? How big is the casino?
The casino is massive. We are also a floating casino. So we have all the gaming is on a barge. So that gets underway twice a day. But they got it, because of COVID, they put it on land. They landlocked it, so we're not getting underway anymore. But there are 6 food outlets. There's a fine dining steakhouse. There's a sports bar. There's the VIP lounge, which is like a buffet setting. They have a buffet, which is closed because of COVID, because you can't let people go up and grab their own food.
Still right now?
Yeah, they closed.
No way.
And then we got the deli, where it's like a takeout lunch, sandwiches.
Right.
So 6 food outlets in this casino, and currently 4 open, 2 are closed.
Wow. And that's even still from COVID.
That is because of COVID. When I came on board last year, they never talked. They're still not talking about bringing the grand buffet open, or another one open, because of COVID. And all the people, where I'm at, my location is Union, which is one of the biggest difficulties I've had to experience. As a salary manager, if I'm not invited to help in the kitchen, I cannot touch food. It's a union grievance. I'm taking job away from them.
What? Oh my God. I've heard about that a few times from people that are in a union, that it's the whole not my job principle is like pushed versus, in my kitchen, you're not even allowed to say that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's wild. How do you deal with that?
You have to watch them struggle, and you have to watch somebody go, "Chef, I need help." And then the moment they say I need help, I can go and help. I could jump on the line, I could cook, I could prep, but if nobody invites me, I cannot touch it.
So what happens if you don't? Do they
burn?
Can
They
report
crash
you
and
to the
burn.
union? Right.
Because it's union, they try to call everybody back, and only. So in my outlet, I get the sports bar, and my counterpart, Chef Juan. So there's supposed to be a complement of one chef per outlet. So that's 6 outlets, 6 sous chefs, and an executive chef. Right now, it's just me and Chef Juan. There's 2 of us to do 4 food outlets, and front of the house manager, they took over the deli, and I got the sports bar and the fine dining steakhouse. Chef Juan got the steakhouse is open 2 days a week. Nobody came back from COVID. None of them people came back.
So are you guys still having any supplements or state supplemental income or anything like that right now?
No.
That's still lingering? No, all that's done, and they're still not coming back to work.
Coming back to work. No, they didn't want to come back.
Huh. Maybe it's the union thing turning them away?
I think so, because
or
with having some outlets closed and stuff like that, they weren't getting their seniority and their years and their tenure and stuff like that. So they came back to work at the sports bar, and they're a VIP cook or a banquet cook. They'd have to start with 0 seniority, and they've been there 20 years. So a lot of people, those that do work, I'm supposed to have 6 in the morning, 6 at night, and 3 prep cooks. So 12, 15 people, 4 came back. So I am working with 4 people. And for Chef Juan at the steakhouse, he's supposed to have 6 people, and 2 came back. We just hired 2 new cooks that came on board, so it's a struggle.
Man, you'd think that, I know that I understand how, sensitive the subject is. I totally get it. But you'd think that after 2 years, like, somebody at the state level or whatever would figure out how to have things open back to normal again.
Yeah.
Because it's only hurting. Keeping things closed is only hurting the employees and the establishment. Right? So if they're putting these laws into effect, hurting the state's employees and hurting the establishments, where's the incentive to even want to open back up? I mean, this is crazy. This is 2 years. I would totally think that would be, over by now. And again, this is a sensitive subject, and especially me being here in Florida. I mean, we're at full, unless it's a corporate thing and it's but we're at full capacity on everything. So I really don't want to take that for granted, because it's really hard. I hear this stuff all the time too. And, I haven't really talked to any union people, and I don't really know much about working in a union, but I understand there's a lot of benefits to it. But it sounds like there's also a lot of like loops to jump through or hoops to jump through.
There is,
on a constant basis. So what's the hiring process like then? Can you just put an ad out and hire people, or do they have to go through the union, or how do you hire new people?
So the company puts an ad out, and then
okay.
So when they do get hired on board, the union rep, a steward, what they call them, will meet with them, and they'll explain the union responsibilities, union dues, the do's and don'ts. The union dues, they got to pay money out of their paycheck. So the company pays
every paycheck,
like $70 or something like that, or $70 a month. I don't know. I don't pay union dues. I just heard people talking about it. So they and then every 6 months they rebid for their job. So the senior person gets the first bid, and then it goes down to the lowest person on the chain. So the shit jobs get to the newcomers.
Oh man. Yeah, that I see that as a plus and a negative, because it gives you almost like a review every 6 months, so you can kind of weed out the shitty people.
But you can't.
But at the same time, you can't.
Okay. Union fights for their people. Like I wrote someone up for being on their phone. Union fought for them. Got that right up to kicked out of their folder. Someone for not during COVID, not wearing their face mask. Union fought for everybody that got written up for their face mask. Got it kicked out of their folders. So union fights for these people. They don't just get fired. You got a verbal.
Yeah, but I mean, can you keep them in the lower positions? Nope. Then is that a way to do it? So then, what's the review for every 6 months?
It's their rebid. They got to bid on their job. They go for their schedule that they want. If somebody senior takes a schedule that person want, you got people crying in a waiting area. It's a bid. Yeah, somebody else got my job. Yeah.
Right. Oh my God. So when you're working in a union area like that, is there a way? Do you guys ever like contract out non-union? Is that an option?
If it is an option, I don't know. It's not at my level. I haven't had the experience.
Okay.
We haven't done any weddings or anything like that to where we would need extra hands.
Okay.
So that I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, because I'm just thinking about, if you're 3 people short in each of your guys' establishments or something, and you're having to wait for the union to put the job ads out and all that stuff, there's got to be something you could do in the meantime. I don't know what your guys' levels are at right now. Do you feel like you're struggling and you need those extra people, or are you running okay now?
Right now we're doing really well, but you could tell that 4 people working every single day, 7 days a week, lunch and dinner, they're getting burnt out. The cabin fever is just it's thick in the air at that place. It really is.
Yeah, and it's hard when I haven't worked in many corporate places, but it's hard to do anything outside of the corporate structure either. Like even as something as simple as like just schedule a day off for like a kitchen clean / let's hang out outside of our normal routine, and you can't, it's there's too many rules and stipulations. You can't just, get your guys a beer or something,
you can't. I signed a no frack contract agreement. I can't date anyone that's non-salary. I can't go out to drink with the union people.
Right.
I cannot hang out with them.
Right. Yeah, see, and you understand too, I'm sure, of like the benefits of that, but there's also discretion too of like if you are a good leader and you do want the respect and you want to show your staff that you care and they're not just working themselves to the bones for no reason, you want to be able to gift them something or take them out to dinner or something like that. And when you don't get to do that, like you said, it's cabin fever. It's the people coming to work every day in their uniforms. That's the only time they see each other. They don't even know what each other looks like outside of the job. Should they run into one of their coworkers, they probably wouldn't even recognize them because they don't ever get that opportunity. I mean, I've worked at places where I had no idea what anybody looked like. We had a party, like a Super Bowl party, and I'd worked there for like 9 months, and I showed up and everybody's like in their, I call it civilian outfits, and I'm like, holy shit, these are real people, these are, so from that point on, especially now that I own my own company and stuff, I make sure that, every once in a while we just, obviously I can't invite everybody, but like my core group, 5 to 10, we'll go out to dinner or something, and of course it's business. I'll talk about something, but just to get out of that monotony is huge. Even if it's for one night, or it's for 2 hours or whatever it is, every few months, it goes a long way. And I feel like that's a really hard burden to take on in your position.
Yep. Well, also at the casino, it's such a massive place. We have a facilities department that do the welding and the repair on all the equipment. We have utility, who are dishwashers. So a cook cannot wash dishes unless it's overtime hours that a cook can sign up for in the utility department. We have EVS and environmental systems, which clean everything, the bathrooms, the floors. it's all departmentalized, and you cannot cross over another department.
That's
It is
wild. That's
we have
so
security.
wild. That's
We
so
have
wild.
IGB, Illinois Gaming Board. The people with the guns, that walk around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the movies in Vegas, the people that shoot people. We got them.
That's
yeah,
wild.
And that's pretty intense because they look at our books. They look at our purchases on food. I'm like, why does a gaming commission have anything to do with the soup that I'm ordering?
Right.
And they look at our books every month. They look at our purchases. They look at our budgeted purchases.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy at how intense it is. Like the union, I'm not sure. The company, the union, get together and they're like, all right, so cook 2 makes $16 an hour. Cook 1 makes $18 an hour. But if you go across the street at McDonald's, you're making $22 an hour. Yeah.
Well, see, and I always thought that the unions tended to pay more. That's not the case there?
No, so the benefit is, you're at $16 an hour, but the company is paying 100% of your benefits. Hollywood Casino, they pay 100% of your medical, your dental, your vision. All your benefits are covered by the company. So your $16 an hour, that minus your union and taxes, that's your money. I'm paying $380 a month in my medical, dental, and vision.
Right.
But not the union people. The company pays for them.
So you work for the company and all your workers
All
are
my
union?
workers are union.
But you're not.
All salary managers are not a union. We are not in a union.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Wow. That is intense. That's wild. All right, well let's go to a different subject because I like asking this question. Describe like a perfect day at work from the time you walk in the kitchen, and go walk me through that. What does a perfect day look like?
Has anybody ever answered that? It doesn't.
Yeah, they have. And you know what's crazy?
All your food.
You know what's crazy though? They're all the same.
Food arrives.
They're all the same.
Which is never. Something's wrong with the green leaf lettuce today. Bacon didn't show up. It's never. The coffee machine works.
So,
that's my perfect day. If I don't have my next 4 cups of coffee after I drink my pot at home before I head in, it's not going to be a good day. I had somebody tell me, Chef, your coffee's up here. Start talking to people when it comes down here because you're a grumpy individual right now.
I totally understand. Actually, I'm building out my catering kitchen, and we're gonna finally have our own spot. And in half of it, I'm making it into a coffee shop because I love coffee, and it was just perfect.
It's such a lifeline.
But yeah, everybody I've been talking to, like the first or second thing is always my staff shows up, and it's like, okay, yeah, I get that. And so, for you, it's like you want to come in, food you don't have to send back. Food comes in, your coffee's got to be there, right? And then open up on time. Everybody's relaxed and not running for it. Prep's probably getting done, that kind of thing.
Yesterday, 6 people called out.
No way.
Yeah, so it was one outlet, the VIP dining they had to close the bar because there was no bartender. I ran with 2 cooks and myself. Couple servers called out. It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's why I always ask this question because we're all going through the same things. Right. So whenever I say, what's the perfect day? It's usually food goes out smooth. All my staff shows up, and then, here's another one. Do you like it to be like a little bit more busy or slow?
Oh, I prefer busy.
On your perfect day at work.
It has to be busy. Time flies.
Right now I'm batting 100% with
100%.
that.
Time goes by so much faster. You don't feel wasted, like you wasted your time at all. It's just everything.
You're not staring at the clock.
Yeah, everything runs smoother when it's busy. And business is sales is a cure-all. You got the sales. You could, say, well, I had Johnny stay late because we were busy. You know, covers everything.
Right.
Oh, we have a
that's a
receiving
good
department.
that's a good thing to point out
We
too.
have a receiving department, so I cannot check my own food in. There's a
There's
a union guy in receiving that sits down there and checks in all the food. They have it.
Is he a chef?
He's I have no idea what the hell it is.
Does he check quality?
He's supposed to. There's some shit that's come through. Green leaf lettuce, rotten case tomatoes. So, you know, at our level, we got to take a picture of it, send emails to the receiving doc, the food buyer, which is not on site, corporate. They got to send it back.
Oh my gosh! So when you do an order, you're sending it to a food buyer, and that person's buying the food.
We send it through a computer system, and it goes to the companies that we need to go to, and it brings it in. But if I want something different, the food buyers got to.
That's not
on the list. Exactly. Food buyers got to call the company, get the price, get an email, start a chain, get a hold of corporate. Can we get this in? Can it be an approved item? Can we get it into the computer system so the chef can order it? I could not just call up.
That sounds like Aramark or something.
Pretty much. I cannot just call up Testa Produce because I use Midwest Produce and say, hey, Testa, send me some hardcore bears or something. I can't do that. If I want something that's not on the list, I gotta be, all right, buyer, I need this. You need to ask the produce company. Produce company can't get it. He'll ask US Foods, Performance Foods, GFS. Man. Another one, can they get it? No, they can't. Then he's got it's.
Oh my God! There's so many extra steps.
So many extra steps. The hoops we got to jump through just to get food in. It's amazing.
I really enjoyed talking to you. I want to do this again, so I'll let you know. There's some other stuff too that we can talk about. I want to learn a little bit more. It was really cool learning about the union stuff, and I think that non-union chefs out there will benefit from hearing some of it. Just if they're thinking about going into that world or whatever. But I really enjoyed talking to you, and we'll talk again hopefully, and I want you to go have a really good day and kill it. Thank you for listening to the Savor Food Podcast. We really enjoyed talking to all of you. Have a great day and go kill it.